What's up, broskies? Damocles here, and today, in honor of Halloween, I am bringing you a cheesy Talonflame build. This is a bit of a modified version on one of my older Talonflame builds. It's a lot of fun to play, and it has a huge focus on scoring and being super cheesy, so if you like that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and the like button down below if you haven't already, and follow me on all socials, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, you know the whole deal, or hop into my Discord, because this build is a lot of fun. Basically what I'm going to be doing, you guys might be like curious, if you clicked on this video, what's cheesy about this? Well, we're going to be going Goal Getter on Townflame, and this is something that I really don't like. I'm not a fan of Goal Getter as an item on the whole. Like, if you look at any of my item tier lists, not really too big of a fan of Goal Getter, but again, we're being super cheesy, so we're running Goal Getter, and Goal Getter increases your scoring speed if you've never used it before. It has like a fairly long cooldown, about 90 seconds if I remember correctly, and it's just going to be used to further amplify the amount of cheesiness that we're going to use when we're scoring with this build. As far as held items are concerned, I'm running Aos Cookie, I'm running Score Shield, and I'm running Buddy Barrier because that is just the optimal scoring setup in my opinion. And it's what allows you to go and be super cheesy, especially towards the end of games when you're running this build. It's going to make your Talonflame, well, Aos Cookie in particular, right, basically is a stacking item that increases your HP by a fat chunk every single time you score, and that stacks up to 6 times. So at the end of the game, once you start scoring a bunch, which you should be scoring periodically throughout the course of the game, that's the point of this build, you're going to be actually like a pretty fairly tanky Talonflame, and because of how busted Talonflame is right now from a damage output perspective, you're still going to be outputting large amounts of damage in team fights, and you're just going to be super slippery and super tanky as well with this type of build. As far as moves are concerned, we're going Flame Charge and Fly, just because Fly right now, as weird as it is, it actually does like more damage than Brave Bird, like up front, I believe, and Flame Charge is just allowing you to get additional movement, okay? Because again, we're playing this kind of in a sneaky way. Like, you want to go and score whenever possible, and to do that, you want to be able to traverse obstacles as much as possible as well, be able to get out of dodge, and be able to waste the enemy team's time chasing after you with Flame Charge and Fly. So Flame Charge allows you to go and just get that additional dash over walls, or that additional dash towards a particular goal, so that you can get away or score and be real sneaky. And then Fly is just obviously amazing right now. It has like a fairly short cooldown for how good of an ability it is, and that's just going to allow you to escape basically any scenario that you want. The only downside of this build is obviously we're not running like Muscle Band, Scope Lens, all that stuff, but you guys will see we still do solid damage, and we still hit the enemy team with some massive nukes, and it's due in part to the fact that we are extra tanky. We can take those hits. As well as we're also using Score Shield, and we're using Buddy Barrier, and the reason for that is they stack together. Score Shield stacks on top of any other shielding that you have. So with Talonflame's super low Unite move cost, look at this engage, by the way. This is what you want to be going for, right? You want to set your team up for success. So I go and I push all these people off the point because I'm like, I'm trying to score down here. Get off my point, people. Get off my point. We dodge the Haunter because we got Fly, which is just a direct counter to Hex Sludge Haunters. And then we pop the Goal Getter. And the thing about Goal Getter, right? The reason why we're using it in this kind of like cheesy build is Score Shield is obviously going to allow you to go and score in front of people's faces. And the fact that you're using Aos Cookie and Score Shield and Buddy Barrier are the shield that they provide you is based off of your maximum HP, or based off your current HP, depending on the item. Because you're using Aos Cookie, those shields are going to be bigger. But that still doesn't mean you want to go and just tank every single possible shot from the enemy team, because they're going to be, unless you're using Buddy Barrier at that particular time, they're going to be able to break through that Score Shield. So what Goal Getter allows you to do is score significantly faster while your Score Shield is up, so that they don't have the same amount of time to react and deal damage to you as they would if you weren't running it. If you don't like Goal Getter, and you don't want to run it, you want to use a eject button or whatever, go for it. But just for the cheesiness factor of this build, I think it's like kind of just a fun item to run, and it can be potentially clutch in some late game situations, specifically when you're running this build. But please do not mistake it for an amazing item or anything like that. But something to keep in mind is, again, Talonflame's Unite move was buffed. The Unite charge rate is like basically the fastest in the game right now. So you get your Unite move back really, really fast. And you need to take advantage of the displacement that it allows you to have and take advantage of the shielding that it gives you. Because Talonflame's Unite move innately gives you shielding. The Buddy Barrier is going to give you shielding based off your HP. And then if you go and you take both of those and say it's a super clutch moment at the end of the game and the teams are kind of tied and everybody's sitting on 1 point, you can go and basically Talonflame ult onto that point, get a fat shield from literally down the lane. They won't even see you coming. And with Goal Getter and Score Shield, they're not going to be able to interrupt you in a fast manner because you have that massive fat Buddy Barrier shield. We outplay the Gengar here because they go and for whatever reason they Hex first instead of Sludge Bombing, which for anybody that isn't aware, like that's when you should not be scared of Gengar at all. You need to be able to learn these power spikes, learn the combos. So if Gengar goes in, hexes first, he got nothing. So just jump on him. So even though I'm running a tankier Talonflame build, I have zero fear of that because, okay, you're going to hex onto me? Cool. All your damage is gone now. And you can see here, we had a little snafu at Dreadnaught over there. My whole team was there and nobody wanted to help. And then I accidentally called for retreat at first, and then I called for everybody to get together. So it was just like a whole snafu. We still ended up getting it. No party, party foul, whatever. But this time I decided, you know what? Everybody on the enemy team is sitting at bottom lane. I have vision of most of them. Slowbro comes up here, pops a Fluffy Tail for whatever reason, and I'm like, I'm Talonflame. I can secure whatever objective I need to. And then obviously I end up doing that. And I basically try to take advantage of Rotom's increased damage output. Now I go and I capture Rotom. And the reason why I'm doing this, you might be thinking, oh, you should rotate down to Dreadnaught. And it's like, most situations, yes, Dreadnaught is the go-to 100% of the time. You should always be rotating to Dreadnaught. But we had our snafu at the beginning of the game where Dreadnaught was kind of wishy-washy. And this particular game, if you notice, they never stop going bottom lane. And I'm sure you guys have had some situations where you've played some games where literally that first or second Dreadnaught fight takes up 90% of the match, right? And so it's just a stalemate bottom. Their respawn timers are so low that they're able to get back and fight for this Dreadnaught or fight for this point. And my team's respawn timers are fast enough that they're able to get back and fight for this point. So like, what ends up happening is the game goes nowhere. So I'm super far ahead right now because we got that first Dreadnaught, but also while everybody's sitting bottom lane, excuse me, my throat, while everybody's sitting bottom lane, trying to just constantly contest this same exact objective but never getting it, trying to constantly contest the same exact point but never getting it, they don't go and take advantage of all the XP that's sitting on the rest of the map, right? If 4 people are bottom lane the entire game, everyone's going to be down in XP. Now, this doesn't mean don't go and help your team, right? But I went and I took advantage of the fact that nobody's going up and trying to contest Rotom, and now we have the base open, and we've got some fat points scored up in their top lane, which makes it a lot easier if we get Zapdos to score bottom lane or to score at their main base. Right now, as Talonflame, I'm thinking, all right, either I'm still in this Zapdos if they're going for it, I'm pushing them off this Zapdos if they're going for it, or if my team doesn't come, maybe I just go and try and make the crazy score at their home base. But right now, I'm sitting at this Zapdos, fighting this Slowbro. I just dodged his confusion with my Flame Charge, so I know that I'm not in any imminent danger. See this Gengar go and use his all of his abilities in the bush, so I know I can go in. And then I see my team starting to come, so I go and I hit him with the Unite move from behind. Managed to land it on all 3 of them. That happens a couple times this game. And then we're able to secure the Zapdos. Of course, I'm always, even though I landed that move, you can see I didn't immediately jump onto Zapdos because I knew, okay, Lucario is still alive right now. Where is this dude? And then just that awareness is what allows us to go and capture Zapdos even when Lucario tries to jump in and steal it. But overall, pretty fun game, pretty enjoyable game. It's fun to just be experimenting with working with Rotom and working with these different items and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of cheesy, more memey build. It's definitely not something that's going to be like a go-to or a staple or anything like that, but you know, a lot of people are struggling to climb right now and the season's coming to a close, so I just figure, hey, let me just drop some interesting off-meta stuff that maybe some of you can use and see if it'll help you push you over that bump that you're trying, give you that little nudge into master that you're trying to get before the season ends. So maybe if you're struggling, try and give that a shot. Remember, guys, rotate to Dreadnaught, focus on your farming, and make sure you're trying to secure those objectives, trying to secure those kills for yourself. But really, big thing, remember to farm. Remember to farm. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this build. It's very similar to the other build, Townflame build that I posted. Some of you might already be running this, but it is very cheesy, and it's really fun to play once you get the hang of it. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Remember, if you need help, there's a ton of people that are still grinding Unite games, Unite ranked games. They're not in voice chat. Well, some of them are in voice chat. Some of them are just in text chat in my Discord. So if you want to find some people to play with at the end of the season, go ahead, hop into the Discord. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, and comment down below what you think. Have a good Halloween. Damocles out.